The biggest concerns for Australian retailers are the changing nature of the consumer. Despite the really strong economy we've got here and the high levels of employment, Australian consumers have never really recovered from the global financial crisis. They're keeping a much larger percentage of their disposable income in their pockets and in their bank accounts. The other issue for Australian retailers is that consumers have become much more fragmented, if you like, because of online shopping and the strength of the dollar. So large retailers in the past, for example, they would have expected people to have a lot of loyalty and to come and do a lot of shopping with one brand. Now we have, for example, a lawyer who drives a Ferrari who likes to shop at Aldi. They're no longer loyal to the old brands and they're definitely looking for value. There are two big issues that retailers have to think about. One is discounting. Too many retailers, when times have been tough, have got into discounting and consumers have got used to it. They don't want to pay the full price for anything anymore. Now that has a big impact on the bottom line for retailers, and they've either got to think about how to get their prices back up to full price or how to change their model so their margins aren't affected. The other thing that came out of the research is that retailers just aren't planning enough. They're not strategic enough. They're living in this really fast-changing environment, and yet 20% of them don't even have a plan that they can put down on paper. It's crucial that retailers get a hold on what's happening in their industry and start to plan for it. Inevitably, there's going to be a pickup for Australian retailers, and that's really to do with the general economy and the fact that we're going into this boom brought about by the resources boom. So as long as people have high employment and they've got dollars in their pocket, they will eventually start spending again. However, there are two things that Australian retailers can't control that they have to watch. One is interest rates. We're all expecting interest rates to go up, and that's going to make consumers nervous again. The second, and probably the hardest, is actually the high Australian dollar. The high Australian dollar just makes America an overseas destination such a popular place for Australian shoppers. Australian retailers have to work really hard to keep that dollar here at home.